Hi everyone. Let's focus on uploading the source maps of our built backend to Sentry. If in our web application, the Vite plugin did everything for us, on the backend, we'll have to write some scripts in package.json. Let's get started with that. But first, we need to add the Sentry auth token, the same one we have on the front end, to the backend because we need it to upload our source maps. So, we go to the info file and add, okay, the Sentry auth token. But here it will be, what was it called here? Sentry auth token. All right, we add it. But here we need the real one, so we take it from the real file on the front. Yeah, this one was taken away. So, placed it. And don't forget to add it to the info example. So, info example, Sentry auth token, but it will be secret. Good. Added here. Secret. And let's also add it to our info test file. Although, actually, we don't need it at runtime. We only need it during source map building. So, again, we won't add it to runtime env because we won't need to use it in the code. All right? So we simply added it in env, and we can go to the package JSON on the backend and add our scripts. We essentially need two scripts. One script to create a release in Sentry. We have this variable, source version. The release is created first. We just indicate that we are about to have a release, which we tag with a certain source version. Then, source maps need to be attached to this release. Therefore, the second command will attach our created source maps to our release. The command looks like this. First, Sentry release. What's the deal here? We will now use our env variables inside this team, but our env variables might be stored in an env file. And for that, we need, again, to use .env, but not the one we installed, but the so-called .env CLI. So that env can appear in the command line. And then it has this complex structure where you need to declare .env and then use bash to execute this command. Technically, it could work differently, like this. But then these env variables won't reach here. I just know it needs to be done this way. Let's do it like this. Here's the problem. There won't be. Okay. Right, but we need dependencies. First, we need developers and dependencies. This is the env CLI itself, which allows us to extend our env, and the Sentry CLI, which will create this command that we'll invoke later. So, we install these into our dependencies. Waiting. While waiting, let's go through the scripts. So, okay, we've substituted env. We call Sentry CLI. There's a releases command here, and we declare a new release. Pass the source version from the env variables. Next are the finalize flags. It's more like, well, it's final after all. It's just from the docs. Not very important. Again, pass the organization. Just substitute the correct name. Specify the project, and provide the authorization token. With this command, we create a Sentry release. After creating the release, we need to upload the source. How is it done? Again, pass through the .env. Call in Sentry CLI releases, but the command is not new, it's files. Specify the same source version. Upload Sourcemap command, and show where to upload from. From the dist folder to the organization, the ID in the backend project. And I created a separate Sentry command that just combines these two commands. Let's make sure they work. First one, then another. This way our file here was updated due to the dependency. Now it needs to be fixed. So, package.json, build. Here are our scripts. bnbm. B. First, let's do the Sentry release. So, the release was created. 1, 2, 3. Success here. Now let's call, well, we need to build. And don't forget to return our error. Here we want to add row new, error with source map. All right, let it be. bnbnb build. Okay, let's look into our dist. Here are our files, and the maps are already generated. All right, let's send them now. So, bnb, and the Sentry Sourcemaps script, calling it. Great, it found the source maps and uploaded everything. Now let's try triggering this error. bnb, start. And now the error has already been sent. And we have the backend running. Yeah? And was that the front end? All right. bnb, start. So the error should be sent to Sentry, waiting for it to appear. Okay. Not the right error. Okay. Error with source map. So what do we see? The source maps didn't load again. There. Here it's not as simple as it was on the front end, where we just forgot to create a source map. Here we need some interesting configuration within Sentry itself. Let's go to Backend Sentry T's. There's some confusion with where paths grow. So, you can add integrations that need to be imported from the Sentry integrations package, which we also need to install, but not as development dependencies, as regular ones. And also, we need to import either the default path from Node. So, what does it mean? That from the current file, which will be somewhere here, this is built in dist. In dist, it's in libsentry. During development, it sees that it's running in this file, takes 3 folders back, which means it goes to src, goes to backend, goes to dist. And also in tsconfig, we need to add source root. All right. And now it will probably work. Let's do our job once more. pnpmb build. Okay, backend is built. Let's update the error as well so it has a different name. Sourcemap 1. All right, pnpmb build. And pnpmb sentry. This is a command that combines both into one. pnpmb sentry and pnpmb start. So, error with source map 1. Okay, let's go find it. Here it appeared. Yes. And now we see the index.ts file, and everything is neat here. It worked. And, accordingly, we've successfully added Sentry to the backend. Thank you all. Thank you. See you soon.